Rise, Vivek!
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotage the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are. How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated. It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work, and the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies: Balmora, Aldrin, and Berelzar's Tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites. I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivek City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivek thinks you're the best one for that job. I believe the mage seen in the ritual is Berelzar, who works out of an ancient Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivek's affliction, but they're not a perfect match. Find out what he knows about the transfer of divine. House Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult in the area concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries. I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation. Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for Vivek. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover. I traced tendrils of Vivek's energy to these locations, and the ritual confirmed the connection before it went awry. Just don't discuss Lord Vivek's condition with anyone. We don't want to start a panic. If anything changes here, I'll contact you.
Another adventurer looking for work? Did you? Well, that's why it was posted. It's simple. Citizens tell us what they need, and we arrange for the job to be completed. You will be able to meet with the client before starting the task. They'll also have your reward, not us. Belaru Omeril and her brother Traylan will handle your assignments. Check in with them frequently to see if they have a job for you. They'll inform you what you need to accomplish and who made the request. Belaru's requests may appear straightforward, but many adventurers find them difficult to accomplish. The assortment of enemies she'll ask you to face are all powerful, and I would recommend gathering allies before heading out. Traylan handles requests which the temple has special interests in. His tasks require more subtlety, but they are by no means easy. Make sure to listen to his explanations carefully. It's also a good idea to speak to the clients beforehand. I would hope. You came to us, after all. Traylan and Belaru are just down the hall. They should already have assignments for you. Speak to either of them to get started.
Current events have left the temple in need of additional resources. The requests I handle are citizens whose interests best align with the goals of the temple. You'll work with these individuals to help better Vardenfell. Are you interested? Bandits are occupying a cave called Zain Sipulu. They're under the delusion that they have access to a monopoly of moon sugar grasses, a plant that isn't able to naturally grow here in Vardenfell. We'd like to keep them preoccupied. Misinformation. Take these 2 notes regarding moon sugar's growth process. Leave one near their crop and one near their research. Deal with the bandits however you like. Evos is nearby if you need more information. He'll also have your reward.
Citizens hand in their request, I tell you what I know, and you take care of it. The person with the problem is usually more than willing to talk your ear off about it. The more people you can convince to help you with the job, the better. Well, here's a nasty one. Ever seen a hunger before? Looks like there's one causing trouble in Silipan Grange. Appears to be protecting a newly discovered ruin, and some researchers need help killing it. The notice sounds quite panicked, actually. Head to Silipan Grange, gather some relic pieces, and try to take care of the hunger that's protecting the area. Tivina Avani should be in the city with more information. Nervous little thing. She'll have your pay once you're done with the task.
Are you here about the job I posted? I doubt you'll want to go through with it once you hear the details. You have? You really want to fight that thing? I don't care if these ruins contain the bones of Lorcan himself. I'm not going back until that monster is gone. But hey, if you want to fight a Daedra and grab a few pointless relics for us, feel free. In my opinion, probably nothing. We'll translate a few tablets, clean up some bones, guess as to who owned the place. We'll find a useless detail to insert into a dull chapter of a pompous book no one will read anyway. Hungers are Daedra associated with Boethia. This one was likely summoned by a cultist centuries ago. They are, as the name denotes, very hungry, especially for mortal flesh. I prefer pastries. I wouldn't fight one, but you seem more than willing. Finding useless ruins is the family business. My own mother currently heads our research team. She insisted I put the notice up, if you must know. Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd be a fat, happy baker right now. Instead, I'm just a scrawny coward.
This is bad. This is very bad. You look well-traveled, friend. Are you, by chance, going to Sadrathmore? I can make it worth your while. Opportunity. Or that's what I thought, until I angered de Fair by failing to deliver the special mushrooms he ordered on time. Lost the shipment. Now I'm in a bind. I have the mushrooms, but I'm afraid Fair will evaporate me for late delivery. You aren't at fault for the late delivery, so Fair shouldn't do anything to you. Won't do anything to you, I mean. I guarantee it. Besides, I'll let you keep the payment he owes me as well. I'd rather avoid the situation altogether at this point. You're saving my life here, friend. I don't dare refuse the order, but I also don't want to meet a displeased Telvanni. For someone who's helping me out this much, you can ask as many as you like. Sadrathmore is up on the eastern coast, so you could walk, but I wouldn't recommend it. Talk to Sindal. The Telvanni aren't like you and I, friend. They're powerful and quick. No clue. If a Telvanni mage wants them, I can only suppose they have magical properties. You won't...
Sleeps like a giant.
Are you the misinformant sent by the temple? The more we wait, the closer those bandits get to succeeding. I would personally love to put an arrow through the skull of every single bandit in that cave, but I've been told this case needs finesse. Plant the notes without the bandits noticing, and we should be able to keep them preoccupied for a while yet. Too much risk, too much trouble. Better to simply confuse the Swits. We can keep them occupied, cooped up in their cave, and stop contraband from invading our shores. The more they fail to grow moon sugar, the more determined they seem to get. Just some gibberish the temple came up with. They contain enough technical terms to appear legitimate, but say nothing that's actually going to help the moon sugar's growth. It should keep the bandits trying and trying with no success. It's hard not to take it personally sometimes. My own sister robbed our parents blind to pay for her skooma habit before running off with some fetcher. When I came to Vardenfell, I promised I'd never let that happen to any family under my watch.
these little dark elves. So
Time passes slowly beneath.
It's good to see you. Next time I'm in the field, welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir. Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades to... Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all... Ha! Yes, then let me be...
fine goods for sale.
I could give you a song and dance, but when all is said and done, this is a bank. Oh, don't mind the big chunk. The Red Mountain. You look a bit lost.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort these days. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capital. By the three. We're headed to Sadrith Mora, if that's where you'd like to go. Just...
I've got my eye on you.
One more late shipment, Bolin, and you will never work in Vardenfell again.
I'm terribly sorry, Master. It won't happen again.
Ah, another useful idiot approaches. And what trifling matter brings you to me? I trust you're not here to waste my time. That would end badly for you. So Edrino finally came through, did she? And she sent you in her place, no doubt because she believes I will turn her into a Vardvak, or such nonsense. The things these commoners believe. I shall, of course, dock her payment for the late delivery. If you're lying, you do so remarkably well. If you're not, it is of no concern to me. You will receive the same coinage either way. Take it and be about your business. And tell Edrino that if she fails again, I shall locate another mushroom seller. And that concludes my deliveries for today. What an exciting life I lead.
Think twice before you cross me.
Ah, it warms my scales to see you once more, my friend. I wish I could thank you for my freedom, but as you can see, it was short-lived. I see you. In truth, you would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lukial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free. Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, she will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope. Walk with Sithis, my friend, and mind the Telvanni. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel. I ventured too far from the hist and did not heed the bird signs. Dark elf slavers spine-hooked me near Thorn. I escaped 4 times, but never for long. Eventually the Telvanni bought me, at a discount I am told. I take pride in that at least. Laws are slippery things. The Ebonheart Pact outlawed Argonian slavery, but House Telvanni refused to join the pact. In truth, I cannot imagine how they would live without slaves. The Magisters are like overstuffed crocodiles. Dangerous, but lazy. I thank you for your offer, but I tire of breaking free only to be recaptured a day later. Sun in Shadow's plan will earn us a lasting freedom. If you help her, you help me. Mages mostly. Members of the so-called Great House Telvanni. One of the 4 great houses of the Dark Elves. They love using that word, great. Great at ruining lives, perhaps. Yes, and Khajiit also. You see, for a Telvanni, life is nothing but a cheap struggle for mastery and control. Mastery of their dry-skinned magics, control of their mushroom towers, and dominion over people. People like us.
Oh, ah, love. How cruel the fates that keep me from my heart's desire and force me to lock away my true feelings. Chains bind my heart, yet it yearns to beat free. Oh, what does an outlander know about the complexities of Dunmeri love? But you're only trying to help, and maybe I do need a simpler perspective. How does an outlander convince an overbearing mother that the object of their affection is worthy? Of course not. Tywin is a slave. My mother's slave. I tried to buy her freedom, but Mother laughed at the mere suggestion that I'd be allowed to sully our reputation with a noir bride. Perhaps an outlander's offer wouldn't rouse her suspicion. I don't expect you to pay, obviously. It's just that Mother might reveal what it would take for her to release Tywin if it was anyone but me asking. Knowing that might give me some idea of how to free my love. It couldn't hurt to ask, could it? Tell her you've heard Tywin excels at finding Red Star shells. Telvanni wizards prize them, and they're very rare. Most of the locals know that Tywin is the best at finding them. Mother loves to gloat. I couldn't bear gazing upon Tywin since Mother rebuked me. But now, I can't wait to see her lovely face again. I'll be down at the swamp where she hunts shells. Come find me once you've finished dealing with Mother. She'll be at our tower.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work.
Yes, mistress.
Well, get to it. Now!
Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress.